Yeah, I think he'll feel the best he's felt in there so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is scheduled for 4 rounds in the super welterweight division. Your referee for this bout will be Melissa Kelly. Introducing first, boxing out of the blue corner to my left. He comes to us from Gloversville, New York, and tonight enters the Boston Boxing Promotions ring for the 3rd time as a professional. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome back for Kreaton, Crouse. And his opponent, standing directly across the ring, fighting out of the red corner to my right, wearing white trunks with red trim. His record, impressive. 1 win, 0 defeats, that 1 win coming by way of knockout. A purveyor of contenders' clothing, world-class musician, movie scriptwriter, and all-around Renaissance man who hails from Ventura, California. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris J. 4 rounds, super welterweights.
Kyle Cusick joining the booth for this one. Chris J, 1-0. Kreaton Crouse, a veteran of a couple appearances here on Boston Boxing Promotions cards. Chris, his 1 win coming by way of knockout. What are you expecting to see tonight?
I think you'll see the same out of Chris. The first time out there, Chris's boxing was tight. You know, he was technical. He took his time. He wasn't overly aggressive. Kreaton does have the experience on him. You know, this is Kreaton Crouse's 3rd professional fight. He went deep into the 4th round against Laquan Lewis, I think, the last time he was out there.
Nice
good.
1-2.
Yeah, good 1-2 from Chris there.
Chris said he was going to take his time more, and he certainly has.
Yep. Kreaton's kind of bringing that steady pressure coming forward.
Yeah, so far he's definitely been the aggressor. I think that Chris has landed the best shot of the round, but he's got to do more of that.
Those straight lefts from Chris, I think, have been the best punches of the fight so far. But Kreaton's definitely putting that steady forward motion on him. Good jab to the body.
It looks to me like Chris J is just trying to get comfortable. I'd just like to see him get comfortable behind the jab instead of just one big 1-2.
Yep.
There's a good jab
to the body.
downstairs. And that kind of backed up Crouse for a second. That was the first time. Ooh, nice right uppercut by Crouse.
Yep. Crouse connecting on one there to the head of Chris J.
Good jab there by Chris.
Chris just got to put that jab out there to make it an easier night for himself.
Good overhand right.
Yeah, he puts everything on that left hand, though.
Left, excuse me. Yep. Nice check right there, too. Oh.
And it seems like Chris must have landed something there because he sort of slowed.
Good. Yeah, it was a good
Crouse down ever so slightly.
Counter left hand from Chris right there against the ropes. I think Chris is starting to settle in a little bit.
Yeah, he's starting to look a lot more comfortable. Pick those left hands. I'd just like to see him jab more.
Yep.
Good. Ooh, nice left hand.
Good backhand there. Good tie up.
They reset.
Nice. A little cross step there by Chris.
Yeah, it's almost, you see MMA fighters do that.
Yep.
And it
landed another good left hand there by Chris.
Yeah, he's starting to establish that.
Yeah, he's finding the range with his backhand again right there. Yep.
Chris, of course, normally a cornerman for a multitude of the Knuckleheads boxing gym guys.
Yep.
What does that add to
another good
his in-ring experience, having that perspective?
I think it just it helps you in that moment, right? He's made this walk with guys quite a few times. Knuckleheads is a well-renowned gym out in Ventura. I got to visit a couple months ago, actually, when I was out that way. New gym looks amazing. And, you know, I just think being surrounded by these guys so much,
will help with Chris's confidence level in there and handling the moment.
I second everything Kyle said. I think, you know, his involvement with knuckleheads is got to have him very comfortable in the boxing environment. And that being said, he is fighting. It's a little bit of a different position than he normally takes, but he's with a good team. And as good of a team as you're going to find with Coach Haas and all these guys. And I think Chris is pretty comfortable. I just realized you said that you got to see the gym. I was just out in Los Angeles, and I didn't get to see him. But the very next time I get out there, I got to get over the knuckleheads.
Yeah, I made a point of making the hour-and-a-half drive.
Did you say it's in Ventura?
It's in Ventura, yep. And really, really nice spot. That was a very competitive round. I mean, I definitely think Chris won the round with that with those steady, straight left hands.
Yeah.
But Kreaton looks like he's here to fight tonight.
Yeah, Kreaton gave the pressure, but I thought the clean left hands by Chris J took the round, gave him a 10-9 round.
Agreed.
If you just establish that jab a little more, I think it'd make the day, a little bit of easier to fight for himself. But to his credit, I mean, Chris ain't playing around with that left hand. He got bad intentions.
Oh, yeah.
Nice guy, but a mean left hand.
Coming back with that hook,
oh, he
too.
got Crouse in
there
a
you
little
go.
bit of trouble there. That was the first time he really backed Crouse off.
And I think that's there for him. Like you said, if he starts working off the jab, you know, the only time Kreaton's landing is coming forward. It's tough to fight backing up.
Yeah, and Kyle, it's not like
Kreaton's
not seeing it as a left-hand lead. You got to. It stands to reason that he'd have even a harder time seeing it if it's behind the jab.
Right.
Kind of just a rangefinder there.
Yep. There's that cross step again.
I would have loved
some
to have seen
good pressure in the corner.
I would have loved to have seen Chris finish to the body there. He had opportunity to put a nice right hook to the body.
Crouse
He just
almost winding up between the second and third rope, right in front of our
Good.
table.
Good left hand.
See, it's the follow-up shot, guys.
Yep.
After a shot like that,
There's
that
the
can get
hook, and
Chris
that's what
out
I
of
was
there.
hoping for, that hook at the end of it. Another good leaping hook there by Chris J.
The right side
starting to take over this second round.
Face guy is looking a little banged up.
Yep.
Nice left hand by Kreaton Crouse there. Didn't hurt Chris, but landed flush.
I like Chris taking the center of that ring. I'd like him to stay there.
Good point, Kyle. Because all of Crouse's success comes when he comes forward.
Right.
Now, if Chris would just put that jab out there,
Yep.
he kind of wants that crossover left, though. I think he's kind of made up his mind that's the shot, and he's going to look for it all night.
Right.
And he's had success with it,
Right.
so I get it. Good idea to go to the body.
And Chris is doing a good job walking away from Kreaton's power, too.
Ooh,
Both
see
guys
that? Gotta be
landed
careful
there.
there.
Yep. Lefty-lefty matchup.
Little smile on Chris J's face as though he's having fun out there,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
hope he is.
That's what I told him when I went back there. Have fun, man.
Same
That's
thing.
the point.
Same conversation
Oh,
we had.
Good body
Good
shot
body.
there.
Oh, he hurt him there.
Yep. 10-second
A little
clock.
late in the round. He
Think
knows
he's
it
going to
too.
finish. Yep. Keep going. There it is. Good body work there
Yeah,
by Chris
J.
J there. Oh. Little showmanship at the end. Well, I think it's, 2018 through 2.
I can't make an argument that Crouse has won a round. I think Chris J. The first round started a little slow,
Yes,
but by
yeah.
the halfway point, I thought it was clear that Chris J. had landed too many left hands for it to be a questionable round.
And it looked like those left hands in this round were pulling out a pretty dramatic reaction from Kreaton on quite a few of them.
And I think he's feeling the body shots too. I think you heard him with the body shot there.
Yep. Chris dug some good lead right hooks to the body that looked like they were paying dividends towards the end of that round.
Like to see him go back to that in round 3.
Definitely.
Meanwhile, Kreaton Crouse guys had a couple of answers. What do you see on his positive side in that round?
Oh, yeah. Kreaton's. I mean, he's steady pressure even when he's being hit with clean shots. He still comes right back to coming forward. He had they both landed simultaneous left hands at one point in that round that looked like they
just there
impacted each guy.
Just there, Matt, is what Kreaton needs to do
Good
more
left
often.
hand.
Is he's got to punch with Chris, which he's not really doing.
Yep.
Now that sort of resembles what Chris did in his pro debut, where he
Chris
just
just
kind of
unloading
lets those
here.
hands go.
Absolutely coming out with a flurry to start this round.
Holding now.
The Chris J fist of fury right there.
Yep. Chris might. It's good.
Now I always say when a guy sprints like that, he's got to regroup.
Right, but
If I'm Crouse, I'm kind of jump on Chris
Right.
J right now, which he did
But
attempt
Chris,
to do.
Chris is in shape. You know, I mean, I thought the same thing. Right after that explosion, I figured he'd take 10, 20 seconds off, but he was right back in the pocket after.
Ooh,
Good
mean
left hand.
heavy left hand.
And then
Crouse
a
and
good
Crouse.
return,
Yep.
1-2 from Crouse.
These last 2 rounds might be very fun to watch, guys. As the
I think
fighters
this is
tire
where,
a little.
Yeah, this is where you're going to see that conditioning come into play.
Again, if just Chris would put that jab out there and make this an easier fight. I mean, he's winning as it is.
Yeah.
This round a little bit closer. There's
Yeah,
still
Kreaton's
round.
found a little more success in this round than the first two. Well, but as you say it, that left hand's been there all night for Chris.
And Matt, you asked me, the one thing Crouse needs to do is he's got to punch with Chris. He can't. Whenever he does, he occasionally has success, but the stop and go stuff is not working. He's got to commit to the fight and punch with Chris.
Good body shot, followed up with another overhand left.
I think if Chris J invests in that body with either hand, the right or the left, he can get himself a stoppage here. But I think he's enjoying this
I
as
think
well,
he is
guys.
too,
You know,
right.
he got a first-round knockout in his only other pro fight, and I think he's really taking this all in.
I agree.
There's another Knuckleheads boxing gym
Ooh,
man on
short
the card
left
later
hand by
tonight.
Chris J.
That would be Mario Christopher Ramirez. Cal, talk a little bit about the team out there at Knuckleheads and the wealth of fighters across all divisions that they're bringing all the way across the country on every PvP card.
Yeah, it seems like there's not a Boston Boxing Promotions card that doesn't feature a guy from Knuckleheads. And, you know, Chris is in there at super welterweight. Cody's fought at that weight. Cody Kabowski as well as middleweight. Danny the Dog Robles, of course. David Tubbs.
Rudy, right?
Rudy Ochoa. Rudy
Rudy
Ochoa.
Ochoa.
I mean, there's... I was hesitant to name them all because I might leave someone out. Good
And,
body work
and of
by
course,
Chris.
Mario Ramirez tonight.
Mario tonight, right, yeah. So, great stable of fighters out of there.
Chris is the fresher of the two fighters, guys, but
I
this is
agree.
the first round. This last round was the first round that it showed a little bit of, I don't want to say fatigue, but that he's feeling being up there under the bright lights.
Right, but Chris is 13 years older than his opponent. And,
Oh, it's impressive,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, at 45, going into his 4th round of his second professional fight, which, you know, might be it for Chris, you know, depending on if he's looking to do another one after. So, you know, he's going to leave every ounce of him in there for this last round.
Well, let's talk about one of the best cornermen in the business, guys. What is cornerman Janik telling Chris J in that corner right now?
Looked like Coach Haas was instructing just for combinations. From what I saw, it looked like he was just imploring more combinations out of Chris J. As we know, you know, Coach Haas has worked with world champions. He's been on 24/7. This is a world traveled,
Just had
world stage trainer.
just had a female fighter on the last UFC card last week.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, Baby Shark Ricci. Yep. So this is the 4th and final for Chris J and Kreaton Crouse.
And I just found out something. Speaking of Coach Haas, I just found out something last night that he's been on a lot of movie sets and been extras in a lot of movies. That he was on the set of the one of my favorite, most underrated. That's how it came up. Most underrated boxing movie, which I think is
Nice
a movie
left
called
hand.
Gladiator. I don't know if you guys remember it.
Yeah. Is that
Chris
Cuba?
J going to work right in front of us. The two get tied up in the corner.
Coach Haas was on the set for that movie, I guess, the entire year, Cuba Gooding Jr., and
Yep.
he was on the set for that movie.
Great boxing movie.
I think one of the most underrated.
Some more sustained offense from Crouse here.
See, Sean,
Melissa's
I thought you
just
were gonna
warning
be,
the
fighter
clash
guy.
of heads.
I thought you were going to be the fighter guy, the story of
The
Mickey
fighters.
Ward Lowell.
Rocky's my favorite
Another
Rocky
good body
movie,
shot
but
there by Chris
but
J.
the fighters a great movie as well. And I thought that Christian Bale did an incredible job portraying Dickie Eklund and actually deserved the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. And I thought
good left hand by Chris there.
I thought Mark Wahlberg did a great job with the physical fight scenes. As far as portraying Mickey, I thought he did pretty good, but as far as portraying Mickey the fighter, I thought he did a great job.
Mickey, a constant ringside here at Boston Boxing Promotions cards.
Another competitive round here. I think that's edging to Chris J with that straight left hand, but Kreaton's game tonight. He's still in there. He's still trying to find offense, still coming forward.
I agree with everything you're saying, Kyle. I think that
nice body shot right under the elbow there by Chris.
But I would say this is arguably the most competitive, because Chris kind of started a little on the slow side.
Yes.
I think that was by design, though. I think he figured,
Yep.
I'm up,
Gotta be
take
close
my
to
time.
45 seconds, about a minute left in this fight.
You see Chris sticking his tongue out, smiling. He's having fun, and that's as his friends, guys. That's what we want to see. If this is the last time he's going to do this, we want
Right.
to see him enjoy it. And you know, Kyle, you've been in there. You know, you learn more from a 4-round decision
Of
win than
course.
you do from
Yep.
a 1-round blitz knockout.
Oh, good 2-3 there from Chris. Definitely. That's why one of the reasons I love the main event tonight. You know, Nicky hasn't went out there and blown every guy out. He's fought in 1 round. He's logged rounds. You know,
Yeah.
so I think it's going to be a really good fight with him and Nate.
Yeah, I think
10
it's
second
going to be a
clock.
very, very interesting fight.
Agreed.
And being
And
that they're both pressure fighters, I think it could be challenge
Chris is
Higgins
gonna
and
leave it all
Larson
out.
for fight of the year. Yeah.
Good fight. Agreed. Really good fight.
I had Chris J pitching a shutout.
I do too. We'll see what the judges think, but I thought it was a good introduction, even if it's the introduction and the finale for Chris's career at 154. Be surprised if it wasn't a unanimous decision in his favor, but Kreaton Crouse came to fight tonight. You know, he took some clean punches, kept coming forward, kept trying to find his offense for the entirety of the fight. You know, credit to him as well.
Yeah, he was game the whole time, and there was 2 rounds where the round started a little slow. I just didn't see enough out of Crouse where I could say that I thought he won a round or even close to an even round. I thought Chris J's left hand and body shots were the difference in the fight, especially the left hand. The body shots were selective. I don't think he went there enough, but every round he found some mean left hands that I thought were the difference.
Absolutely, yeah. He had a lot of success with that counter left hand right down the middle.
And you could tell Chris is up there just, Kyle, enjoying every second of this.
Absolutely.
I think
Gonna
he's
be
still
on
got
top
his
of the
mouthpiece
world.
in. Yeah, he does.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for both these combatants going 4 hard rounds here at the Castle tonight. As this fight goes the distance, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Martha Tremblay, Kevin Hope, and Eddie Scunzio are in agreement. Your winner via scores of 40-36 by unanimous decision, Chris J.